Welcome, Warcraft 2 fans. Here we have today u8t3io3p, Wiki World Champion of the Wiki World 1v1, a reigning and dominating world champion of the world, playing as humans, starting at the 6 o'clock spot versus BD Braviet. So, this is what the finals of the last 1v1 World Championship in 2017 looked like. It was Braviet, wow, as third and fourth were Swift and Virus were duking it out, third and fourth. Shaka not able to make it, as just as similar as we see here in a case, setting itself up. So this will probably be who's in the finals of this championship. Championship. And of course, u8t3io3p will be playing. Is he going to do the 2-haul? Is this the 2-haul riggedy rush? It does look like he does do the 2-haul riggedy rush from the 6 o'clock. Wiki Warcraft Tiggly 2. At least I know I haven't seen this game before. I thought I was watching this game earlier, but I don't think I've actually seen this game. This is probably what the World Championship. This is what happens when you play a remastered. You get to be looking a little bit like this with a 2-haul riggedy rush. I'm going to riggedy rush my 2-hauls so fast they're going to be right here. And I don't care how many peons I have to make to fully operate this gold flow at the 6 spot. I'll have plenty of peons, I know for sure. And he'll have two riggedy haul rush, ladies. What did the mouse say to the wiki webcam? It said cheese. I wonder why. Oh, because it wanted cheese. Dang it. Chicky. Dang it. Anyway, here comes the 2-haul riggedy rush right round the backside. Build himself some farms here everywhere. Pretty aggressive play style from u8t3io3p. He knows this because last time he was in the finals versus Braviet, Braviet was using runes on him. So he wanted to get Ricky ready for Braviet and his rune-bearing ogres as he decided to now. Oh my gosh, I have to click here to reload that PD player. Let's re-load that PD player. Oh, okay, so we'll have to fast forward into the future. Okay, here we are. The future is now. Into the 1-2 hatchery riggedy brush here from our hero, the humans player from Poland, Polski, Polski. He brings the action when it comes to wiki Warcraft 2 and Biggity Bravia doing a bit of a grunt rush. This is bad news for her. You're going to need quite a few more guard towers down here. I think he's setting up. He realizes, oh my gosh, that's a lot of grunts. I'm going to need a couple more guard towers, please, in the near future. And setting himself up. Will he get farms in front of these guard towers? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what his decisive action may be. He's getting himself a barracks. So he'll start Bravia. Not going to be expecting to see such a huge number of peons in this gold flow. No, not likely. Braviet. Oh, we got an advertisement. So we can biggity pause. Alright, riggedy, resuming the game. We have some advertisements for 1v1 World Championship style of 1v1 March 22nd. Big cash prize putter upper. Tora. Putting those big cash prizes uppers. If you want to get in a tournament, could be what the finals looks like, ladies and jiggly gentlemen. So you too could have a chance. Here comes the grunts of our hero, Biggity Braviet, making the discovery of the 6 o'clock spot. Sees the wacky and so many peons to defend this. u8t3io3p looking good, but will he continue to look so good in the future of this entire game here, ladies and gentlemen? We need another joke. Riggedy read to you in by the. Why did the clown go to the doctor? He said he was feeling a little funny. That joke was brought to you in part by the Truckleard. Don't forget about Clan Z. Join Clan Z. And then we have Wiki War 2 Combat Edition advertising for those guys as well. War 2 at War 2. Diggity R2. Are you kidding me? War 2 at war2.areyoukiddingme.com. /awesome. Here comes the nice Footman Micro here. I'm going to retain control of the back of his base and push on up to tier number 2 for the hopes and dreams of u8t3io3p. Really cranking out the economy here. Lots of peasants everywhere. Needs to get something besides just peasants though, so he's going to maneuver on to get more peasants up here at the 9 o'clock spot. Or small 9 o'clock spot, I should say. So when you have too many gold makers and you need to get some more place to make some gold, you gotta expand, and that's what he's gonna do at the small 9 o'clock spot. Meanwhile, Braviet gaining control of the backside. Here comes a catapult, but that footman is still so wowzers able to take down this catapult. Here comes the peons trying to defend that, but the level 1 footman doing such a good job here of just being good. Will that catapult strike the footman down? No, not likely. He's going to actually continue to raise heck here. Here comes the footman, going to try to crush it, and not going to get anything done for his efforts. And that's going to cause a complete mass relocation of u8t3io3p from the entire gold operating flow. One huge peasant pole. Still has plenty, though, because he's got 3 town halls creating peasants. And look at the Miggity Micro on u8t3io3p. Just Miggity Microing his way around and losing quite all these peasants. No, not quite all of them. Still a pretty good micro defense of it from u8t3io3p, who has seriously decided he doesn't need the 8 o'clock. He's got the small 9 where he can begin to wall it off, and a good wall off indeed he did do. So a very good option there. He does have that pesky peon in the back here, but for the moment he's quite safe, as his wall off was impeccable. So very good job from there. Choosing not to wall off the top of the base might be paying for that later, but right now he knows that there is a pesky peon in the biggity back of his base, so he's going to go for the Miggity Mage Tower. Tier number 3 has arrived, and u8t3io3p is going to need to produce some mages here to pull himself back in this game. Some blizz. Here's the pesky peon up there. Going to be tracked on down here, and Mage Tower is going to be created all riggedy around the Miggity mini map, ladies and jiggly gentlemen. u8t3io3p versus Braviet in the wicked world of Wicked Warcraft Tiggity 2. How did you hear? Did you hear about the wizard who became the film director? What was he directing? He really made movie magic. Oh, that's why they made him director, because he made movie magic. Oh. More Mage Towers getting set up way above the 3 o'clock. Take notes, kids. This is where you need to look if you want to be able to beat u8t3io3p in a biggity boxing match. You need to check right there above the 3 o'clock spot, and that's where you'll see his Miggity Mage Tower hidden. It's quite well unaware is Biggity Braviet of this Mage Tower, and quite well unaware will he be when that mage comes to ride for it. There, wow, bringing the Death and Decay. 2 Death Knights on the way. The Knights lurking, but there's not much they can do against the diggity double Death and Decay. Get down on it, Braviet style. Berserker barrage of ogres rampaging right after a Death and Decay. So how do you answer Miggity Mages? You do it with Death and Decay, ladies and gentlemen. There's a nice blizzard on these ogres. And then the Knight's going to be coming in to ride in, try to take down these Death and Decay making machines, but those just continuously launch Death and Decay. Here's the first hidden mage sprouting out above the 3 o'clock spot. So it's going to be the first aggressive blizz here from our hero, u8t3io3p. If he can get a very good style assault here with this mage, he can even the score in this game and even pull ahead. So all boils down to whether or not Braviet's going to have a patrolling ogre around the biggity backside of his biggity base. Probably not likely. Not walled off. Indeed, he's focusing all of his assaults. Look at, there's the patrolling ogres. He does indeed have patrolling ogres, but not quite patrolling well enough to save that mighty, massive peon transfer from the 4 to the 5 o'clock spot. This game has been insane. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Here comes the blizz, taking down a large portion of Braviet's mining forces, and then evening him up on this game as a huge number of peons completely and utterly crushed with no answer in sight. He's got the slow now, so he can slow the ogres and then run right by them. Not really one. He's a walker. He's a walker. He'll just walk on by. This mage doesn't need anything from anybody. He can just simply slow down the ogres and wiki walk himself away very slowly if he wants, because he can still outrun that slowed ogre. Here comes the slow, ladies and gentlemen. There you see it. There you don't, because the ogre, it was now taken down so easily. And here comes a slow on this Death Knight here. Things looking up for u8t3io3p, as the consistent death and decay of that 5 o'clock spot, and is now going to rain down fiery heck on his opponent's hopes and dreams. Meanwhile, Braviet keeps the offensive up, and I think we're only halfway through this game, so buckle on up. We got a whole long ways to go, so that means I got to tell another jiggity joke here. Here's a nice, there's the death and blizz on that 4 o'clock. Wiki, what do you get when a rhinoceros steps on your record? You get a smashed hit. That's right, those dang pesky rhinoceros, always making them smashed hits. Out there in the world of smash hits. So the blizz on the offensive, death and decay, but still no answer to the backside of the base. He's just going to continuously shut down the economy of his opponent. We're going to fast forward here into the future because we got like 20 more minutes on this game here, and we can't hang around for 20 more minutes while these two just trade slows and death and hastes and death and decays and slows and hastes and blizzards and death and decays and maybe some whirlwinds if we wait long enough. You might even see some whirlwind or some riggedy runes like they did the last time they was in the World Championship. You had Braviet laying down the riggedy runes. Wowzer, that was fun. At the 9 o'clock spot, I can still remember the exact moment of the last Wiki 2017 World Championship when I saw Biggity Braviet using runes on ogres that were running into his Biggity base, or I can't remember if u8t3 was at 9 or he was at 9. I just know that at 9 o'clock Braviet was using the runes. I think it was using runes on his own base to help protect against the super awesome wowzer. It was so cool. Didn't help him win though, but it still was so cool. I mean, wowzers. Here we see the non-stop, slow and steady pace here of these two world champions. You wonder why they were in the last finals, because everyone else fell asleep while they were still playing 1v1 high seas combat, getting ready for the tournament. You had SPB and was in there playing with them too, and they were just having 1v1s of high seas combat, like 14-hour games each. And then they had to take a break from that to do some gym lands in preparation. And by the time the 1v1 World Championship 2017 came around, everybody was falling asleep watching these guys. Here it is, 14 minutes into the game, and they just now are starting to use invisible mages. Oh yeah, wowzers. Braviet not going to give up though, not against the invisible mage stuff, macro. I think that is going to be... We're going to have to fast forward 10 more minutes into the game here, ladies and gentlemen, because unfortunately we just don't have the time like that, That's the 5 more minutes I'm never going to get back watching Invisible Age just chicky, skirt, slide on by to the 4 o'clock spot. There's a slow, bloodlusted ogre. Wonky. All right, here comes the invisible mage, Blizz. Not going to find anything to Blizz over there, actually, so he's just going to continue on with the assault. And where are you mining from, u8t3io3p? He's mining from the 12 o'clock spot, it looks like, and very slowly at the 9 o'clock. I'm talking very slowly. Both these guys are just mining ever so slowly. A couple hundred bags of gold. That'll be good. We have a pretty nice investment saving plan here. We've been playing this game for many a year, so we know just how many gold ducats we need every hour to operate our death and decay blizzard slow machine. And so far we're doing pretty good with our gold ducats, so not too bad. They're doing pretty good on their game plan. Both players mining pretty heartily despite the consistent non-stop invisible slow bloodlusted ogres that keep rampaging ever so slowly. And do we have a GG? Yes, indeed we do. That's the GG. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Tune in next time. Wiki Warcraft Tiggly 2.